What's up guys, I'm back with another video on the Monoprice Maker Ultimate. In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify the frame to make the printer easier to repair. Most of my issues with this printer have started with these KFL08 bearings. They attach to the case using M5 screws and they hold the 8mm rods. The bearings have some play in them where the screws go through them. Not much, maybe a 1/4 millimeter or so on each one. The problem is that if any of these adjustment points is off, the print head tends to freeze up, usually in one of the corners. To visualize this, check this out. This rod is sitting 18 millimeters above this one. Let's say this rod is just a little bit out of alignment and it makes the spacing a little under 18 millimeters. So right here you have smooth motion in the center, but as soon as you move closer to this corner it freezes up. That's because the block is solid aluminum and the bearings are mounted to a sturdy case that's never going to give. Everything is just so rigid nothing can give and it just locks up. If you know which bearing is out of alignment, this isn't too hard to fix, but if you're just guessing, you can really end up making things worse. Everything is relative to everything else, so it's kind of a nightmare getting it all lined up. What makes the problem worse is that you can't repair the gantry without totally disassembling it. If you have a bad bearing or a bent rod, the whole thing has to come apart. So before tearing anything apart, I recommend printing some alignment tools. You'll find a link in the description to the ones that I designed. You can download them for free and print them yourself, or if you want, you can pay me to print them for you. There's 3 parts to this alignment rig. The first is this alignment block, and it gives the proper 18mm distance in the corners. 4 of these are needed. The second part is this brace, and it helps make sure the rods are parallel, and I recommend printing at least 8 of these. The third is this drill guide, and that's used when we modify the frame. Alright, let's begin the teardown. We'll start by removing the PTFE tube and the ribbon cable. Next, we'll remove the entire inner section of the gantry with the 6mm rods and the extruder. To do this, just remove the 2 Allen head screws from each of the 4 sliding blocks. Once the last 2 screws come out, the whole inner gantry should drop right down. Now we can remove the outer gantry with the 8mm rods. Remove the 2 countersunk Allen head screws from each of the 8 pillow block bearings. The rods will drop as we start removing screws, and the end result will be this tangled mess. Don't worry about what goes where just yet, because we're going to tear it down even further next. Alright, now that the rods are outside the case, start removing the bearings, pulleys, and slides from them. They're held to the rods with set screws, so loosen or remove those first. There's adhesive on some of the parts, so it might take some force and heat to remove them. Just try not to scratch the rods. Once the rods are broken down, separate the belts from the slides. Now loosen the set screws holding the 6mm rods to the other half of the slides and remove the rods from the extruder. Now we should inspect everything. Let's start with the pillow blocks. Make sure the bearing spins freely and that the bearing is also able to orbit inside the retainer. If it's frozen in place, you can convince it to move using an 8mm rod. Just rock it around and work the parts together. Now inspect the pulleys and just make sure they weren't damaged during removal. Once you're done, you'll end up with this nice assortment of things. At this point, I went ahead and replaced the M5 fasteners that mount the bearings to the case. The ones that came with the printer are pretty cheap, so I upgraded to some stainless steel ones with self-locking nuts. I also replaced the screws that hold the 2 halves of the slides together. I went ahead and removed everything from the main block of the extruder. This part isn't mandatory, it just makes the alignment a bit easier because the printer's able to sit flat when it's upside down. Now the real fun begins. The big problem with this gantry is that you can't remove rods without throwing off the alignment, so let's fix it. What we're going to do is drill 4 new holes in the printer so that rods can be slid in from the side and from the back of the printer. Basically the same way you would do on an Ultimaker. The drill guide will help give a center point to make a starter hole. Then we remove the guide and drill a bigger hole. The rods are 8mm, so I went a little bit bigger and used a 1/2 inch drill bit, so I had some wiggle room in case the hole wasn't perfectly centered. I'm sure there's better tools for this, but this does the job just fine. I recommend cleaning as you go, because these metal bits will destroy any electronics or bearings they get wedged into. I also recommend filing the holes down a bit because the edges are going to be very sharp. Now we're going to reinstall the bearings into the case. Don't tighten anything down just yet, just get the fasteners installed. Now we have to temporarily reassemble the two halves of the slides because we need them to help with the alignment. Assemble them in the orientation shown here and install the two screws loosely. Then tighten the screws while pushing down on the smaller piece. The goal here is just to make all four blocks look the same. Now install the alignment rig. Start by sliding one of the rods through a hole we just drilled, then add an alignment block. Push the rod through and add the slides and the remaining blocks as you work your way around the printer. Now we can install the print head block with the 6mm rods. Push the 6mm rods into the sliding blocks as you work your way around the printer. You may need to pull one of the 8mm rods out just a little bit while you're doing this, especially on the last one. Also, nothing here is going together permanently yet, so don't bother tightening set screws on the slides. Now it's time to install the 8 braces. And once that's done, everything should be fairly square and rigid. And finally, the last step is to tighten up all the bearings. What I recommend doing is working your way around the printer and just slightly tightening each of the fasteners, making multiple passes where you tighten the fasteners just a bit more each time. That'll keep things from twisting while you're snugging things down. The fasteners should be very snug when you're done because the plan is to never remove these again. Alright, that covers all the modifications, so I'm going to cut the video off here. All that remains is reassembling the gantry, which I'll walk you through in the next video. Most of that is pretty straightforward, but there are a couple tricks when installing the inner gantry. I'm editing that video now, so I should have it up in the next week or two. So thanks for watching the video. Hit the like and subscribe buttons if you found it helpful. There are donation links in the description if you want to help fund these videos, and you can also follow me at Locals if you want more frequent updates on my projects. That about covers it. Have a good one, guys.